quick video on what is it? GFCI, ground circuit fault interrupters. On GFCI, if those are the right letters, plugs. No matter what you do, you can't be as dumb as I was. If it makes you feel any better. But then again, I found the solution. How did I do it? I did it by non-doing. I chilled out and let whatever easiness was in me be as it was until it made more and more easiness, or more easiness pattern, until finally I was easy enough that enough clarity and wisdom, or awareness and wisdom, appeared, and I figured out the problem. I don't like opening this door because there's a nest of paper wasps in there, and when they get scared or alerted, they attack. It's kind of pointless, and with the camera, this will piss them off more. They already attacked me recently once, got a couple stings. See, they're just minding their own business. They're much more respectful than humans. When they get scared, they send their 5 warriors out. You see those 2 buttons right there? I don't dare put my hand in there to click those buttons because it scares them. I found a couple things like this. See that smaller brown one? This thing I sanded off the end of. That end, filed off the end of that. This thing fits the button a little better until I fix that. But even from 2 feet away, I can make do. It's not electrically conductive, just the handle, but not the rest of it. And many times I hit the button. I'll get to the point. Many times I hit the reset button. Apparently the electric from that 30 amp thing beside it was flurging, not surging. It could be the negative sucking electric out, or the positive swishing electric by in like a half circle. It would trip that circuit, and then the 110 in this wire that goes all the way into my camper, it's a true story, believe it or not, would zonk out. So finally I stumbled on the truth. When I couldn't hit the reset button very well, I hit the test button, the black button, and that made the red button pop out more, which is the reset button. And then I did a full reset because I could click the button from all the way out to all the way in for an actual reset, and the whole thing started working. This is after, here's how stupid I was. After this wire I had in my little storage shed over there. Don't have to let it be muffled on the ground, but I had this wire in this shed over here. So that's nothing, but I bought, well, this 3-foot Y thing was because I needed 3 foot more length when I moved this camper forward. But as it happens with that yellow Mimps, what are those cartoon guys called? Mimps? You know, those famous yellow cartoons that are very skilled. Cover on it. There's a 130 amp plug, and I got another adapter that I spent 30 bucks on. It converts that 30 amp plug underneath that Mimps thing, I forget what they're called, the little yellow Twinkie looking cartoon characters, into 2 20 amp plugs with tiny little circuit breakers on the plugs. Then I was going to plug this into, actually I was going to plug this into this thing, into this, you know, minion plug. And then on the other end, in my RV, because that splitter is indoor, I was going to take the other end, plug it into the double 120 plug, and then on the end of each 120 plug, a CGFI breaker, another one in mid-wire, in-wire, in-line, another 30 bucks, something like 50, 60 bucks for the whole thing. And before I hooked the whole thing up, because the CGFI plugs in the mail, I stumbled in the way I described on that, hitting the test button, short story short, pops the reset button out more, and then the reset button actually works, and hence I have this big fancy wire going into my RV to convert half of the 30 amp circuit, which is that the fat black plug, into 110 for the 110 stuff in my RV.